What's going on YouTube? It's Sean with O'Grady Fitness, and today I'm going to address a couple things like where I've been for the last few months, why I deleted my biggest video on YouTube, and of course the direction of this channel moving forward. So be sure to watch the entire thing from front to back. Now let's get into it. So if you're watching this channel, you probably know that I was making YouTube content pretty consistently for about 6-7 months last year, kind of going into the fall, and then I dropped this video. And as I'm sure you remember, when that video dropped, I was kind of talking about how I wanted to move away from posting twice a week, how I was kind of starting to feel the pressure of work and things like that because I do have a full-time job. And a lot of these videos can take, hours at a time to make. So as I'm sure you can imagine, I thought I was going to be taking, what was going to be a 2, maybe 3-week break, and it turned into a few months. So I kind of had to get back on that horse and find some type of inspiration to move forward in making all of this content. Recently, my motivation for wanting to get back into YouTube has been, kind of the external stuff, right? I'm in Colorado right now, but my family's back out east, and so this is kind of an opportunity for me to connect with them. And I got to see them this weekend at a wedding, and of course it was amazing. It's always a great time whenever I get to see them. So this channel kind of allows me to fill that gap between, me being in Colorado and them being in Maryland. It's almost a way for me to check in with them, and they get to kind of see what I've been up to. Now, as for the channel itself being, slow in terms of content, I wasn't making as much content as I wanted to because I wasn't actually enjoying the videos that I was putting out. I think this kind of started with the Jesse James West video where I was kind of defending his natural status. There was another guy on YouTube who was kind of defamating his character in my opinion, but that's my opinion. And the problem with that video for me on my end personally was that towards the end there, I feel like I was more rant based as opposed to like sticking to facts and kind of making logical sense. And it was a little bit sloppy. It's a 45-minute long video, and even though it got a ton of views, I feel like a lot of people probably would have watched that and thought that the quality overall just wasn't the best. So instead of keeping something like that up on my channel, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. I'll take, the hit on the views and all of that stuff. This channel is pretty small, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Most of the people that are watching this probably know me personally or have just stumbled upon it recently. So for me, it's not really like I'm losing any type of value by having this video off of my channel, but at the same time, I feel like from an integrity standpoint, it makes the most sense. And just to be clear, before I started going on this entire rant inside of the video, I felt like the points that I was addressing, for the most part, were correct. I still think that Jesse James West was, or is even, a natural bodybuilder. And I do know that he's done some stem cell research related things where he's had, stem cells injected into, I think it was his shoulder, or he was injured and he ended up using stem cells. So I guess that's kind of a gray area and you can see that for what you may, but for the most part, I don't think that he's taking any type of anabolic or SARM or anything like that that's causing him to put on muscle mass. But that's just my opinion, and that was my 2 cents. And my point when making that video was that I just felt like the person that made it was kind of grasping at straws and didn't really do their research when it came to whether or not this person was natural or not, and then making these really bold claims and definitively saying that somebody was not natural. And at the end of the day, I don't know Jesse James West, so it doesn't really make sense for me to start making videos defending people that I don't know. This was more or less just an opportunity for me to try and branch out and show that I kind of knew a little bit about some of the different influencers in the industry and whether or not they may or may not be natural. And I wanted to put in my 2 cents, but after putting the video out, I feel like I almost was more stressed out about putting the video out than I would have been if I just would have stuck to making a full day of eating. For me, I just felt like it was more petty on my part if I kept the video up, so I decided that I was going to take it down. And on top of the whole entire defending somebody that I don't know, there is the entire factor of me not being great at editing at that time, and so it's kind of a 47-minute mess of a video. So that was also a big factor into why I decided to take this video down. And moving forward, if I am going to make some type of content that's similar to these, not necessarily a natty or not, but whatever you want to consider that type of video, I'll probably be putting more time and effort into making it a quality video that actually looks clean and precise and doesn't drag out so long and that isn't so rant based. And on that note, I kind of do want to talk about the future of the channel. You know, I'm still busy with work and things are still a little hectic, but like I said, I want to be able to use this platform to kind of document my adventures here in Colorado. And so I was thinking about changing the actual name of the channel to something more like O'Grady Lifestyle or something a little bit more lifestyle based, so that way I can kind of make content that's going to appeal to more people. Of course, fitness is still, you know, a passion of mine. It's still something that I want to be more involved in. It's going to be a big part of this channel moving forward, so that's not going to change. And a lot of these things that I do are going to be fitness based, whether they're challenges or, you know, test tasting people's recipes or doing something along those lines. But at the same time, I also want to, you know, show people the tattoos that I'm getting, or going on hikes, or, you know, rock climbing and things like that. It's keeping things a little bit more diverse, a little bit looser, as opposed to being so strict in the fitness space, I suppose. As for the posting schedule, I'd like to keep it somewhere like Monday or Thursday, possibly both, but I can't guarantee 2 videos a week anymore. I just feel like I don't have time for it. My capacity doesn't allow for that. And if I try to stress myself out and make all these videos and all of this content, I'm just going to end up falling off. It's kind of like whenever you start out a good workout regimen or a diet and you try to do too much all at once and it ends up crashing, right? So I want to be consistent, and I think the best way to do that is to start posting on Monday or Thursday. And if I'm not posting on one of those 2 days, then I'm going to start putting out a notification explaining that the video has been delayed for whatever reason. But I think holding myself to 1 time a week is more sustainable right now for me than trying to commit to a bunch of videos all at once. So with that said, hopefully that kind of provides or sheds a little bit of light on where I've been, why I took down my biggest video, and, you know, kind of the future of this channel. If you are watching this video and you made it this far, I really do appreciate you. I know that it's been a while since I've posted, and this isn't the most glamorous way of coming back to making videos, right? But at the same time, I'm really excited to get back into this. So yeah, I'm going to be making content again on a 1 to 2 time a week basis, but probably 1 time a week, so I can make sure that I'm providing the best quality content possible. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed today's content, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And again, I do appreciate anyone that made it this far in the video, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one.